What's up, guys and gals? Are you ready for more Red Faction missions? I bet you are, because you clicked on the video, and that leads me to believe that you are probably ready for some more missions. Let's go do this thing. Let's go do it. I think I'm ready. Let's do it. Let's do it together. And so off we go. I actually still have the APC from the previous video, and so I figure we will go ahead and APC if we can make that useful. We'll jump on in, and we've got a little short drive ahead of us. I think that little short was a tad redundant, but I decided, I was going to try and drive through that signpost, and it was going to be amazing. I was going to do a jumping leap through a signpost like we were in an action movie, and it was going to be like, oh, yeah. Let's go back over here. All right, we got to make like a left turn at the little fork in the road. You never see spoons in the road. Spoons always feel left out. Sporks in the road? I think that's a good concession. We should come up with some kind of turnpike that is a spoon in the road. I think you might be able to do it with roundabouts. We should just start calling those spoons in the road. This thing does not turn like I want it to. Not to get off the subject at all, but seriously. Looking at the construction, it makes sense, but I don't know why I didn't see it coming. I thought that it would work fine and there'd be nothing to worry about, and instead my turning radius seems to be incredibly hampered. I don't know what we're doing in this mission, but there's a red flare sitting here, so I figure we'll go for it, we'll see what happens, and hopefully we will not be riddled with bullets, or at least quizzed with bullets.
This is the EDF RM-8. We'll use the forge and arm the missile with nanites. Then we'll launch it from the accelerator into orbit. That's how we'll destroy the Hydra. With a few modifications, the RM-8 will be perfect. It's light enough for the accelerator, but strong enough to take the pressure. And it has a guidance system. The Marauders are raiding this EDF facility. They're stealing an RM-8 along with some other components for the accelerator. We need you to protect the truck.
Ew. Nothing says I'm about to have fun like an escort mission. Why do game developers, why do you do this? I think it's a widely addressed and...
Check your map. We need you at this location.
Like, I think it's pretty widely accepted that all gamers unanimously hate escort missions. So I'm not really understanding why they continue to make appearances in video games. Is it just like pig-headedness? Or is it just like I insist on having things my way, therefore gamers will suffer through an escort mission in every game I come up with? Which way do I need to jump off this? I need to jump off it on my left. Whee! And because of the amazing Martian suspension system, we find that we don't take any damage by jumping that off a bridge. Even better. Better like butter. Wicked smart. Well, let's go over. Every now and again,
Are you sure about those coordinates? It's nowhere near the target.
You're not going to the target. We're going to hook you up to the EDF satellite network. We need you to spot targets for the artillery base.
So the guns are back online?
We replaced the power cores, but we haven't tested them yet.
This plan keeps getting better and better. I'm at the coordinates. This site is hot.
Secure the building, but don't destroy it. We need the computer.
I enjoy how the auto-aim is not doing anything that I want it to do. Congratulations, auto-aim. There, you still haven't killed that guy? I hate the auto-aim in this game so much. I really do despise it. It upsets me. I don't think that getting out right now is a good plan, but I'm going to do it anyways because this vehicle seems like a death trap considering it can't shoot worth ass. I would not trade it a single ass. I'd probably give like a quarter of an ass. Okay, so let's get rid of the shieldies first because they tend to be a very, very, very viable source of death distribution. Oh, he's going to try and get on the turret. No, we're not going to allow that. Nobody will be developing any cases of Tourette syndrome while we're here. And that is a syndrome where you compulsively jump up on turrets and try and shoot me. If he was shooting at anybody else, I wouldn't care.
Find the computer console. That's where you'll access the network.
Every generic computer console has access to every network. Run up and press the E button.
Found the console, Sam. Now what?
I'll transmit the access codes from here. Just hold on. Varsha's people have acquired the missile and are on their way. They should be coming into range soon.
Oh no.
The Marauders now.
Use the satellite view to target enemy units in range. When the reticule is on the target, pull the trigger to fire the guns.
Find the target, pull the trigger. Got it.
We're not going to have much time, so don't let the Marauders get bogged down.
I feel like I'm going to mess this up. I feel like I'm going to mess this up very, very badly. Hold. Hold. Ooh, got him. Oh no. Ooh, I got that one dead center though. Die. I enjoy this. This is enjoyable. I mean, I was a little bit skeptical that any escort mission could ever be... Oh, it holds the position of the camera. I thought I could tell the truck to stop. Okay. So I think the easiest way to do this is going to be to watch the truck and see where the bullets come from. Oh, no. Yeah, you can't be here right now, sir. We're closed. We are totally closed right now. You're going to have to vacate, sir. I'm going to need you to use the exit at the front of the building, not the one with the shutters. We can't reopen that for you. I don't have the key and my shift leader is away. So, it's just not a thing that I can do for you. Oh, yeah, get up out the way. Let's see here. This thing's kind of squirrely, but I think it'll work for us. I think it will work for us if we whip it hard enough. Are we going to make it? Oh, gotcha. Gotcha. I'm protecting the truck. What do you think I'm doing? I don't like it when video game characters are overcritical. Like, seriously, I have one-shotted, like, everything. I think I've done a remarkably good job at targeting this offensive that is running towards me. And offended I am. There we go. Ooh, we've got one of those launchy things. There we go. That can't be here. That needs to go. Oh, no. And I'm off course now. There we go. I got you. Oh, and you hit a rock, so that's bad for you. That's really bad for you. Okay, so there's another one. God, this is taking a lot of focus. My fuck use is being die already. My fuck use is being tested. I can't even come up with words to say right now because I want to complete this on the first go. I would really prefer not to screw this up. And I also don't want to blow up my own people. I feel like the big problem here is that they're exploding next to my vehicles and I'm taking splash damage. It's not necessarily, oh no, the bridge is a blind spot where I can't rescue anybody, so I should probably handle that first, right? Make sure they get out of both ends. Cool, both ends are clear. I feel like that's something your doctor would say. Both ends are clear. Your life is set to be amazing. I don't know if that precludes you. I mean, life is obviously amazing if both your ends are... Oh no. Hey, what's going on here, pal? I wish that I could get the scrap for all this, too. It would better motivate me. Oh my god, the rotation's going on right now. Wait, they're being shot at from somewhere. Okay, from right there. I'm gonna go ahead and handle that. Up we go. I like how it's just repeating on the left-hand side. Text that you can read goes here. Text that you can read goes here. That's funny. I wonder if they gave that to the intern and he got all snarky about it. He was just like, "Nyeh. I'm just gonna be sarcastic." They were like, just put some text that they can read right there. He's like, okay, text that you can read right here.
Mason, can you take out that roadblock?
Oh, I can take it out. I don't know how many rockets it's gonna take me though. It seems like I'm definitely being tested at the moment. Alright, so those are done. Let's get you. We'll kill you. And then you gentlemen, or lady men, I don't know. Gentle ladies, there we go. I swapped the wrong word around, so you right there, you be on your way. I don't hey. How dare you not die and stay relatively biologically functional in my presence? I don't appreciate that at all. I have given you a stern command to die with the signal of a rocket. A rocket. If you wanted to be really, really fancy schmancy about it. Rocket is like the souffle of rockets.
We'll take it from here. I'm shutting down the uplink. See you at the safe house.
Hooray! We made it to the safe house and we got free salvage. I like free salvage. I like that. Wait, text that you cannot read goes here. Oh, it says text that you cannot read goes here. Okay. And so now it's going to save contentedly, which I appreciate the fact that the game stays content. And I can now consider destroying this place for scrap-a-lap. Huh? You want to give me any scrap, big old blue building? If there's one thing I've found about big blue buildings, it's that they give me lots and lots of free scrap. Big red dogs, however, have the tendency to bite me. So I just don't go around those anymore. Free scrap, yes. I know that these give me scrap, so I'm totally going to get all up inside these gas tanks. There we go. Explosions! Every time it is equally gratifying to blow that up. I don't know what it is. I think it's the green flames. I think it's the relative rareness, the relative rarity, that's the word that I'm looking for, of green flames that just makes me enjoy destroying those all the more. All the more. Looks like it already counted that crate, but I want to make sure that I get everything out of it because we are always short on scrap whenever we play this game, and so I'd like to make sure that we have a good amount that we can spend on fun things in the future, like big lamps to put on our base, What else can you put on the front of your base other than big lamps? I think we probably have time right now to do another EDF mission. Yeah, I'm sorry, another Red Faction mission. It looks like they've just dotted them up all over the map, and we can just do them at our own leisure. So let's do them at our own leisure for good measure, and maybe earn some treasure. Off we go! Let's jump into our 4-wheel drive. Actually, did I use any bullets on that mission? I don't think that I did, but I'm going to reload just in case. Reloading! Alright, and so now that we've got bullets in the pouches on our vest that I don't see, we keep our bullets somewhere, in our human pocket perhaps. Now I think we will go and we shall settle this final score, and when the score has been won, we will type our name in as ass, because that was what every 10-year-old did at the arcade, and I still do at every arcade when I get a high score. And so when the score has been settled, you can rest assured that in arcades across the United States, Splattercat has written his name in as ass over and over and over again. I didn't have a name growing up that was conducive to... My initials weren't awesome. Like, I had friends that had really cool initials like Vec, where it'd be like V-E-K. Like, it was things that sounded like a real name. My initials were just a rough collaboration of horrible consonants that can't go together even in a Nordic sense. Like, even in a Nordic language, these consonants will never go together. And so that's the point at which I found that, you know what, I can never have an awesome name on the front of an arcade cabinet. I need to make up something different. And so ass became mine, roughly followed by 666 if I was feeling particularly edgy. But, you know, welcome to my life as a 10-year-old. Let's drive off and have another long-ass drive back to a place where we'll do another mission. I don't know why the EDF is still here. Get out of the way, Martian Prius. You are not welcome in my drive space. It's gotten to the point where I no longer have EDF to shoot at, so I'm just going to shoot at civilians because for some reason it kind of slakes the urge. My thirst for blood is slaked. I've always liked the word slake, and it's a word that doesn't get used very often outside of video games, but I think slake is a really, really good word. I might name my kid Slake. It's like Blake, but with an S.
We're making an attack on EDF Central Command. It's protected by a force field, and only EDF units can get through. Lucky for us, we found a way inside. I cracked the IFF transponder on this vehicle, so their system won't know the difference. You'll be able to drive it right through that force field. If this works, the Hydra is all that stands between us and a free planet.
Alright, everybody, and so I'm back, and unfortunately I had to make a little cut right there. You probably didn't see it because I was skillful about it. But it, like, I don't know, the game crashed, it blew up a bunch of the audio, and so unfortunately this is once again me doing post-commentary, so that's enjoyable. That's a fun thing, that's a thing that I get to do right now, and so I'll tell you when we're going back into everything. But for now, we're just going to drive our truck on over to get our newly modified vehicle, which Sam has made for us on this mission, and for whatever reason, she only made one of them. She made one of them, and that's the only one that we get, so if we trash this vehicle, guess what? We won't be driving through no force fields, and that is bad, bad, bad for the Red Faction.
Sam, I've got it.
All right, now drive it to Central Command.
Okay.
How many of these did you rig?
One.
You'd think we'd have more of a backup plan than that.
Be careful.
But it allows us to get through this force field right here and into the fun part of the mission.
Destroy the power station. That'll bring the force field down. Then we can launch the attack.
And so first things first, we gotta blow up this thingamadoober over here. And so you want to park that car. You see how far away I parked it? That's because there's dudes with guns that will blow up the only car that you get. And there's a big, like, spherical thing in there. We basically just need to bust the EDF's ball. That's the only thing that we want to do right now. That guy's shooting me in the face, so stick a mine to you. Goodbye. And then we're going to try and there we go. We're going to throw that through the middle. And unfortunately, the collision is going to get in the way slightly. Oh, hell. Ah, well, it blew up. My head disappeared there for a second. Did you see that? My head disappeared. How crazy was that? I was the headless revolutionary. That sounds way more awesome than the Headless Horseman. So when I get out of this part, I'm just letting you know that, like, bad things are going to happen. Like, the bass is going to be too high on my voice because I double-clicked something on accident and then it wouldn't let me undo and the whole thing crashed. Basically, this episode turned into a giant, just a fuster of the worst clucks you can imagine. Like, seriously, there was so many fusterings of clucks that it was just ridiculous. You want to stand back right here, and you really, really do want to shoot these helicopters. Like, if you don't shoot these helicopters, they will mess up the next part of the mission for you very, very badly. So don't drive past those. That's a terrible, terrible idea. You'll see our friends, the Marauders, rolling on in right here, ready to take out the enemy, and they're Well, I guess everybody here is rolling. I was gonna make a joke about us being on top of, like, suspended cylinders or something, but I don't know. It just didn't seem funny. It went through my head, and then I have, like, this little filter that comes through and just goes, nah, don't do that. Don't do that. That's not gonna land the way that you think it will. It will land, but unfortunately it will not take seed in the manner that you desire. And so the next part of the mission is actually the best part. Next part of mission is best part of mission, because we're going to get ourselves a super awesome vehicle, which is hiding right around this little corner over here if I can avoid crashing into some boxes. Do you see what I see right now? It's a walker! And so that out of the way, we're ready to get back to the normal commentary. I apologize, the bass is going to be really high on it. I can't fix it. I tried for like an hour and unfortunately wouldn't work. See you there! I'm hoping that that does not occur because we have missions to accomplish right here. You will see that one of those SRM vehicles is right there. We have to get rid of those. And so we're going to get rid of that. You want to keep this vehicle away from anything explosive like this gas station over here. The gas depot will blow up and it will cause you major damage. And you need this thing at full health for your further adventures. Now I'm going to leave the car that we supposedly need behind. Oh good, we have more helicopters. Alright, well I've already destroyed like 5 of those, so I guess my plan to stop early and destroy the helicopters is ruined at this point and is not going to benefit us at all. Instead, we're going to focus on this guy right here, who is ramming us with his vehicle so that he causes suicide driver damage when he blows up. Always a fun tactic to come up against. Because in real life, armed militias typically ram their vehicles into other vehicles in a desperate attempt to murder. And if we need the vehicle to get through here, I'm not sure what they want from me. So if there's a force field up here, where do we need to go right now? Like, how do we even get up here? Oh, there is no path to get up there, so we have to do it on foot, which is, in a word, completely and totally suicide. So let's see if I can jimmy rig a way to get out of this. Because if we don't come up with a good solution right now, there are just too many soldiers on this mission. Anytime I abandon the vehicle, if I leave the missile launcher in this, I die very rapidly and with much aplomb. Oh, there's a force field over there, so that's going to be a major blockage to our digestible track of murder. So let's stay away from that for now, and we'll go back to it if we need it. I don't remember what it looked like, but I'm assuming we haven't lost it just yet. There we go.
First target's been destroyed.
Now the grand finale, Mason. Take out Central Command.
Another one bites the dust.
Maybe inside. Eliminate him if you can.
Okay, and so we've got general extra secondary missions right now. Oh, did that destroy the force field? Even better. Even better. Okay, so let's see if we can get this big ol' mechano murder machine into a location where I can do better damage here. I'm not really interested. Oh, we can actually swap vehicles right here, so that might be worth doing, he said as he shot his replacement vehicle repeatedly in the face. I'm going to blow this up over here because I think we should probably make the best of what we have at the moment. And what I'll do is I will retreat back if I need to make use of some of these locations. Let's go ahead. Is one of our rocket launchers like empty now? Because I feel like our rocket launcher is empty now. I don't know, it's firing weirdly. It's not alternating properly. There we go. Now it's back on the alternation path that I like. Let's jump out real fast and handle some helis. No, let's just swap vehicles. Whatever, it doesn't matter. The helicopters don't even look like they are focusing on us anymore. So being outside of their radius, yeah, I damaged my vehicle unfortunately, but it's got better health than the one that I was in. It also doesn't help that every Tom, Dick, and Sally appears to be equipped with anti-vehicle weaponry now. Like that's part of their standard issue kit all of a sudden. I think this path over here will probably lead us to the place we want to go. And then generally we want to kill General Roth, and so I'm going to try and do that. We've made it further than I ever have now. I will point that out. Oh, I like how they put that just outside of your ability to rotate your turret. That's enjoyable. Let's go ahead and wipe this building out now. And if General Roth is around, we will unleash our wrath upon the Roth.
Target demolished.
Okay, security station has been downed. I'll probably destroy this one as well because it's got a big yellow arrow above it, and that usually indicates to me that the game wants me to destroy it. It could be throbbing in red, it could have a big yellow arrow above it. By and large, all ways for the player to figure out what it is they're supposed to be medicating. Which is the antithesis of medicating. Medicating and medicating, opposite ends of the spectrum. Alright, General Roth, it's time for you to get some. I'm gonna blow some holes in the walls, even though I can't see the camera is clipped out into the wall for a second there. And while the scrap flies around, I'm gonna do my best. Oh good, I've got a Windows Live achievement. What have I always wanted? I thought to myself this morning...
That's the last one, Sam. Central Command is a pile of rubble.
Hooray for us!
Sign of General Roth.
He's on the run. He'll be back. We did it, Mason. The base is wiped out.
Now to kill the Hydra.
Hooray for us, I think, is the thing that we would like to be extolling right now. I'm pretty pleased with the fact that that mission didn't crash on me. So what we want to do right now is we've got God, unfortunately, the game has gotten to the point where there's nothing but main missions left, and I keep landing in precarious situations where I have less than enough time left to complete a mission, but I have more than enough time left to break the episode off. So it's I don't know what to do anymore. Maybe drop my super awesome battle truck off a roof? That seems like we should do it. Well, how about we'll just destroy some stuff for some freebie scrap? How about that? Because we've got more than enough vehicle to stop anybody that comes running to punish us. There will be no punitive damages for this. There will only be my retributive damages. There we go. Fall down already. I have destroyed all of your strut. You no longer strut or walk this way. I suppose we'll jump down off this cliff too, because fall damage doesn't seem to apply to this thing. And we'll see if we can grab ourselves some extra scrap right here. No. Well, that thing right there, I bet it has scrap in it. It looks scrappy. Let's just go on a murderous rampage. How does that sound? Does that sound okay, NCE? I think it sounds okay. Let's go on a murderous rampage. I'm going to assume that you're all nodding your heads like, go on a murderous rampage right now. And in case you are, I am going to go along with that willingly. I think there was stuff we had not destroyed over here, and so I'm going to go investigate that for a moment. I don't think anybody's coming to reinforce this position. We did a pretty good job of wiping everything out. Oh look, we got +3 to our already maxed out 100 morale. People could not be happier. They are dancing in the streets right now. And that is an awkward, awkward music video. You should go watch the music video for Dancing in the Street right now and tell me how awkward it is. It is a bad music video by all accounts. I realized that it was the 80s when that came out and music videos were uncharted territory, but somebody probably shouldn't have signed off on that one. Somebody should have been like, yeah, this is a terrible idea. We just should not do this. There's no reason that this music video needs to exist. Alright, I bet this wall gives us scrap. I mean, let's just destroy everything that's a bluish hue. If you were a blue hue, I know just what to do, and that's shoot you. Yep, there it is. And so freebie scrap. I'm trying to buy all the weapons in the game right now with all the destruction that I'm going to be causing. I think that's my ultimate goal. I'm not going to shoot those little barrels right there, though, because they're going to blow up. And it's going to make me sad, and it's going to end my explosive adventure prematurely. Come on, bunker. I know you don't have enough support column left right now to be standing. Come on. This is a well-built bunker. The engineer who did this should be proud of himself. You've accomplished a task, sir. There we go. There it goes. It's finally all over. And so let's grab as much scrap, like 4 scrap. That was totally worth the effort. We'll destroy this over here. This little tiny bunker. And it does look like it may have left the scrap laying around from our previous adventures. I don't know. Let's give it the old college try here. I see scrap flying overhead. That scrap actually got a lot of distance on us, and I'm not going to leave it out in the rain right now because this scrap, I can tell it's motivated. From the amount of airtime that scrap had, I can tell that it wants to be part of our scrap collection that we will trade to an unknown source in order to create new weapons. I'm pretty sure it's just Sam makes things out of the scrap. But who knows? Who knows? If they really wanted to stretch out the gameplay, they should have had red scrap, blue scrap, 1 scrap, 2 scrap, and then you would have been in a case where it would have been the ultimate in collectible quests. God, I am the demolition man right now. There it goes. Down it falls. So we'll bring this back and around over to here. Yeah, 25 scrap seems suitable for the amount of effort that I'm... There we go. Destroy that right there, too. Nothing shall remain. It shall all fall over, although I don't see scrap coming out of that ladder right there, so I'm just going to leave it alone for right now. I will, however, blow up these little areas. This is just a remarkably entertaining. They should make a game that is just this. You just have a mech and you destroy buildings. I think they did. It was called Blast Corps on the N64. There we go. There's nothing more fun than destroying stuff. Demolition seems like it would be the greatest job ever. You go to all the effort of getting an engineering degree, and then you go in the opposite direction and spend your entire career annihilating stuff. That seems like it would have my vote. Did we get any scrap from that? No scrap, really. 0 scrap. Oh, that is a disappointing turn of events. Alright, well, I'm going to keep our chin high in the air right now because I feel like the fact that I've completed that other mission is enough to keep me rolling at the moment. Yeah, there it is. Splash damage into myself. Welcome to the splash zone, and I am your Shamu. That seems like it was worthwhile right there. I think we might be able to get, I think we need 1250 for the biggest upgrade right now. And so what I may do is after this episode ends, I may just sit in here and just kind of continue digging out buildings with my explosive proclivities. Because we do need the money. Like, we haven't bought anything in a while because our last couple missions, or our last couple balls of scrap, because I like to store it in balls like you do with rubber bands. I was trying to think of something that you ball, and unfortunately my brain was not forthcoming with anything that balls. And so, or anything that is stored in balls. I was going to dung and dung beetles, but I knew that wouldn't work, and so then I just fell back on rubber band ball, and I think that that's where I'm going to leave it. I like that there's still vehicles in here that we can destroy for bonus scrap. Blow up all this stuff over here, and then we'll do a big old lovely scrap run. I like picking up currency off the ground. I think I need to find a way where my paychecks will be cashed and just distributed all over the ground, and I will be the only one around to collect them. Just the big piles of money that are floating on the breeze, but not on a windy day. If the wind is above like 4 miles an hour, I don't like this plan anymore. It seems like it would require way too much aerobic healthiness. There we go. A couple more things murdered. And yeah, I think that's what I might do. I think I might hang out over here for the next little bit and just murder buildings. I think we're just about out of time anyways. So let me walk over the top of that. Destroy a few more scrap crates. We're up to 910 or so, which is really a nice fistful of change. I mean, we're almost at 1,000 scrap. I don't see anything else sparkling. I see things moving around and my screen is flickering, which leads me to believe we might have too many physical things just laying around and it's upsetting the engine. The engine's like, I can't calculate this anymore. It's too much for me. I told my supervisor that there was a maximum amount of scrap that I could manage, and no, you just keep allowing the player to do it. And I told myself that this was going to be the last time and I was going to tender my resignation as an AI. And I need to stick to my guns for once because everybody tells me that I never stick to my guns. I threaten to quit and I never do. And so I need to have a spine and I need to just be like, you know what? I quit. I am no longer going to calculate all of your physics resources. Oh wait, it looks like there's things shooting at us again. Oh, there are. What do you know? Well, that seems to have escalated things to an orange alert. So, let's make way for whatever location nearby. Wow, this game is just refusing to end right now. There are a lot of Red Faction missions. The Mount Vogel, I figured it was going to take us all up and in here before the game would end for us. I don't have any location to go to right now. We are way far out in the boonies. So unfortunately, I'm just going to walk this slow-ass beast-o burden off in this direction, and maybe that's the way that we will end the episode. So my name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me here in the Nerd Castle. I apologize if this episode is a little bit short. Between the cuts and everything that's happened, I've forgotten my timestamps, and I'm not really sure how long this is going to come out to. I think it's somewhere around 20 minutes. It may be over or under, though, so it may be long, it may be short. I really can't tell you. I have no retort, and so I will report that it is time for me to go because I'm feeling overwhelmed. I will see you all in the next episode. Take care out there, everybody, and I will see you in our next bid for ground-related supremacy in Red Faction Guerrilla. Take care, everybody. Hi-do.